you going?
Welcome back to another episode of Too Skint to Scrap. Back at the bike. It's a new year. Happy New Year, everybody. So I could stand here and talk to you for ages, but let's just roll them credits and get started. Just want to give a huge shout out to Soundz Familia. A good friend of mine, Ian, he's given me a load of music. So from now on in, you're mostly going to be hearing that. Let me know what you think of his tunes, guys. I have put a link in his description for him as well. So go and check him out if you like his stuff. So this is what I bought. It's by Novel. It's an ultraline fibre. It's a fiberglass putty. It's basically a filler, but with short strand in it. It's pretty good stuff. It's not like P40 or whatever that stuff is. That's got a large, thick part of fiberglass in it. This has got a very short strand mesh stuff in it, just like, and it's basically filler, but it smooths down real nice. So yeah, let's get some of this mixed up, get it on here, and that's the next step really, just to get this all smoothed off and let this cure. So let's crack on.
My foolish heart's gonna sin again.
Obviously we can add more later on if we need to, but it just gives us a good starting point to get this shape found again, like we had before. Alright, so that's cured off, and we'll start sanding it. while we wait for that second coat to cure, you just watch me put on. I need to modify this for the petcock. I meant to do it ages ago, so might as well just smash this bit out quickly. I'm thinking I might stick another coat of the grey on these, just to really maybe darken them up a little bit. See if this goes any darker and the rest, but we'll check about that later. Just gonna cut this.
I used to think there were monsters under my bed, but I told myself these monsters are all in my head. Now, all of these monsters are all in my head, and all of these monsters make me see monsters, make me see monsters. I used to think there were monsters under my bed, but I told myself these monsters are all in my head. Now, all of these monsters are all in my head, and all of these monsters make me see red. All of these monsters make me see red. All of these monsters, I get put through my paces on a daily basis by different faces in different places. They drive me crazy. Now it's getting dangerous because the stages to my rage are getting harder to contain, and this is what you have created. When the red mist it sets in my fist, start clenching on the go on a mission for some heads to put some dents in. Did I fail to mention that my brain is under tension? There'll be no preventing when I launch in your direction. I'm a monster.
Right, that's the second coat sanded down. We're almost at the right shape. I think one more coat of this stuff and then we can go into the final body filler and we can prime and paint it. So let's go over to the house. We've got the exhaust to fit, we've got to test fit all this, make sure the indicator parts and everything are in the right place. So yeah, let's go over to the house and have a look at the bike. Well, back at the house and we're back at the bike. Time to have a look to make sure all that hump section fits, get the pop clips fitted as well, so that we know that everything all sits together, is all square, all the holes are drilled before we go any further with getting some paint on that hump again. It's been a bit of a farce trying to get everything all back together. We got so close and I was just like, well, let's just change it up. Who cares, eh? Got to make it how we want and make it as nice as we like. So I'm going to start with that. I have misplaced my exhaust gaskets, so I need to look for them before we can fit that exhaust. So that might be a little bit later on. But let's get this hump sorted. So let's crack on.
Inside of me's the ugliest of monsters. Makes me want to go and annihilate all imposters. Trust me, mate, I'll wipe a few coffees clean off the roster. You should go and chat your shit outside and cost of coffee. There is no way in this world you will stop me. I've got the
So we're gonna get this rear hump fitted and get the riv nuts in the frame so that we can hold the bottom half. Then we need to make sure that it's all squared off and right, ready to push the pins in. I've got 4 pins, they're going to go in there as well. Hopefully that's the new way to fit the hump and have it removable. And then got that exhaust sorted out, so we've gone put that on and finally have a listen to this, how this bike sounds with a new exhaust all done. Gaskets in, shouldn't have any more blowing. So I'm going to crack on with this now.
You talking to me or are you chewing the paving slap? I've got the ravens going mad. I've got the ravens going mad. I used to think there were monsters under my bed, but I told myself these monsters were all in my head. Now, all of these monsters are all in my head, and all of these monsters make me see monsters. Used to think there were monsters under my bed, but I told myself these monsters are all in my head. Now, all of these monsters are all in my head, and all of these monsters make me see red. I'm gonna have to warn you, cuz you don't wanna go to war with us. The sound of the crowd are applauding us, so make you sweat more than a fucking sauna does. Fortunately, I'm raw enough to be performing with the fucking force of a bite of a shark, I'm right off your bars of a crumble. Your jaw to dust, I'm roaring it in the warlord erupts. I'm haunted by the force of the torture.
Yeah, that's on. Fits well. I think I'm going to adjust the back of the pins because they're quite deep, so it makes it hard to get on and off, which you might have seen on the time lapse of me like fighting with it a little bit. But it's on, and they look better than the Zeus clips, and they work. So I think once that's green, and the indicator will be like the third black item on there, so hopefully they'll all be 4 inches apart, so it'll sort of look like all three. Yeah, I do have to take the hump off to get the seat off, but you have to do that anyway, right? So that'll be good. Right, let's get this last bit of the video done. Let's get this exhaust on and see if we can start her up in this cold weather, because it's bloody freezing. And we'll call that a video.
Raw enough to be a horse and lord about the swing swords with force and sorcerers. And those stories never call you bluff and distorted force of a water forces causing you to be cautious of. I used to feel there were monsters under my bed, but I told myself these monsters were all in my head. Now all of these monsters are all in my head, and all of these monsters make me see monsters. Used to think there were monsters under my bed, but I told myself these monsters are all in my head. Now all of these monsters are all in my head, and all of these monsters make me see red.
Yeah, she keeps doing that. She's on choke. I think we definitely need to do a little bit of fiddling around. I think that's an episode, guys. Let me know what you think of how the exhaust sounds. She's very loud compared to before. We'll wrap the rest of it up. Well, there we go. What do we reckon, guys? Well, I think that sounded wicked. What do you reckon, guys? Oh my god, I love the exhaust. I love this thing now. It's got the cowl on. We need to have a fettle with the pots and the backs of the pins and all that kind of stuff. But we know where all the holes are now. I think we need to mess around with the fuel lines. I need to have one-piece lines. I've put some little clips and joints in them before, but I just think, you know, one piece of hose, a bit stiffer. Hopefully we can like move it around so it doesn't clip around too much. But yeah, she's running. She's got an working exhaust. We're going to go back to the workshop. We're going to paint these bits again, put them together, put the last few bits together. Just endless, isn't it? It's endless, guys. But we'll get there. And thanks for following along. Make sure you subscribe, you like. You know, it's what they say, 90% of people who watch a video aren't subscribed. So love, love, love for a massive uproar on subscription. You got to hear the bike with her new exhaust. Is that not worth a like? Take care.